Hello, Valor Discipleship Leader. I want to take a few minutes and go over a couple of things to help you get started and have a season of success. First of all, I want to thank you. Thank you for saying yes. Yes to leading. You were called, God asked you to lead others to go and make disciples. And so you said yes to that. So thank you. Thank you for diving into this journey. There may have been a little apprehension. You may not feel like you totally know what you're doing, but that's good because that means we lean heavily on Jesus. But thank you for saying yes. The other thing I want to encourage you through this whole season is to keep the end in mind. Remember, Jesus said, go and make disciples, and that's what you are doing. You are being a disciple and you are making disciples. You are keeping your focus on Jesus, and you continually to keep that in mind. That's where you're going. That's what you're doing. All these other things will fall into place. So keep the end in mind all along the way. And you want to remind those following you that we're running after Jesus. We're finding out what his plan is, how we fit into his plan. We're knowing him at a deeper level. We're learning to hear his voice more clearly. And we ultimately are being disciples and learning how to go and make disciples. Keep the end in mind. Keep that big picture in mind. The other thing I want to encourage you is take week by week. You're going to do 34 weeks of discipleship. You're going to lead the way in that, but you only have to do 1 week at a time. You're going to be shocked when you're at the end and you say, wow, that went so quickly. But it was because each week you were leading by example. You are running after Jesus. You're keeping your focus on him and you're leading others to do the same. Every week you're keeping those things in mind. So I just want to encourage you a couple of things for yourself is you want to take people where you're going. You want to lead them to Jesus. You want to keep your focus on Jesus so they will keep their focus on Jesus. So leaders, make sure that you are following the Valor discipleship curriculum, that you are digging into the word every single day, that you are practicing self-discipline in your own life in the areas of reading the word and praying and serving, encouraging one another. Do that. You lead by example and they will follow. That makes leading so much easier. The other thing I want to encourage you is God's going to continue to give you a fresh word. As you sit before him every day, you have conversation with him, you develop your own relationship. He's going to give you fresh word for those that you're leading. He's going to show up in an amazing way. He makes leadership easy when we follow him and we lean into him. So do week by week. On the practical level, you can be prepared each week. In the Leader's Guide, you have the goals for each week, you have how to prepare for each week, and you have a timed outline for each week. So just do 1 week at a time. You can look and see where you're going in the curriculum if this is your first time, but ultimately you want to lead that week, the week that you're on. If you keep those things in mind, I think that you'll find that you're not stressed, you're not overwhelmed, but you're leading, truly leading by example, and you're truly following after Jesus, and people are following you because you're going in that direction. I want to also encourage you for the first night. All right, you have your participants, you have your leaders in place, you've chosen your vision for the year, you've chosen your scripture that you're going to focus on for the year, your scripture theme. You have those in place, and the people gather together. That first meeting, some just really things that you want to keep in mind, some goals for that first meeting is, first of all, you let them know that you're leading, that you are confident, you're excited what God has in store. You want to introduce your other leaders or mentors at that time. Make sure people feel very comfortable that they're in the right place, that their yes to a season of discipleship is exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So help them feel comfortable about where they're going, what you're doing, and who's leading them. The other thing I would encourage you is give them opportunity to get to know the the other people that are going on this journey with them. You're about to embark in 9 months of linking arms and walking out this journey together. So this first night, it's very key that they feel comfortable, that they're where they're supposed to be, and the people that they're with are who God has put in their path to walk this journey. So do that the first night. You may have people that decide to join Valor Discipleship and be part of that journey last minute. So you may not have all the materials that you need or the number of materials that you need. So that first week of getting to know you, having just a meet and greet type meeting will help you, give you a little more time to make sure that that second week that you meet, you're ready to jump into week one. You have the participant guides, enough for everybody to have one, and you feel comfortable with that. So don't rush through that first night. Don't feel like you have to have totally together for that first night. Just gather everybody together. Make sure they know the direction they're going, who's leading them, and the others that are going on the journey with them. I am praying for you. This is going to be an amazing season. You are going to be so blessed by your yes to lead. So have a great season.